What if everything you know about the shape of this world is only a fraction of the truth? For centuries, explorers were told, go far enough south and you reach the end. A wall of ice, Antarctica, the final frontier. But what if Antarctica isn't the end of the world? What if it's the beginning of something else entirely? Welcome back to Terra Infinita Files, the channel that explores the maps they never showed you in school. If you're new here, strap in, because today we're going somewhere no GPS will follow. Hit subscribe, turn on every notification. Because what you're about to discover, you won't hear anywhere else. Every school, every textbook, every globe you've ever seen tells the same story. The Earth is a sphere. There are 7 continents. And at the very bottom, Antarctica, a frozen cap, a dead end. But Terra Infinita proposes something radical, something that cartographers, sailors, and forbidden scholars have whispered about for hundreds of years. What if our known world, our continents, our oceans, our entire civilization is just one island in an infinite ocean? What if beyond Antarctica, the land simply continues? The Terra Infinita model isn't a religion. It isn't science fiction. It is a cartographic theory, one that challenges the foundational assumption of every modern map. The central claim is this: the Antarctic ice wall is not a continent at the bottom of a sphere. It is a barrier, perhaps natural, perhaps not, beyond which the world continues infinitely. Civilizations, ecosystems, perhaps entire histories we have never been permitted to witness. All of it hidden behind the ice. Here's something they did teach you in school, but maybe didn't explain clearly enough. No flat map is accurate, ever. Every single map projection distorts the Earth, stretching some regions, shrinking others, hiding the poles behind clumsy edges or circular caps. Every map of Earth you have ever seen agrees on one thing. Antarctica is shown as a continent at the bottom, surrounded by ocean. But here's the question Terra Infinita asks. How do we know that's true? Who verified it from the outside? Who returned from beyond the ice wall and said, yes, I saw the edge, it curves, it is a sphere? In 1959, 12 nations signed the Antarctic Treaty. It established Antarctica as a scientific preserve. No military, no mining, no permanent settlement, no civilian access, no independent exploration, no going beyond designated zones. Now, is that suspicious? Well, that depends entirely on what you think might be out there. Because we restrict access to things we want to protect, or things we want to hide. Admiral Byrd, one of history's most decorated polar explorers, led multiple expeditions to Antarctica, flew over both poles, and in 1954, in a widely reported interview, he reportedly said something extraordinary: that beyond the South Pole lies a vast, unexplored landmass, stretching in unimaginable size, that it would be important for the United States' future. Was he speaking metaphorically? Or was Admiral Byrd confirming what some cartographers had suspected for centuries, that what he found beyond the ice changed everything he thought he knew? In almost every great mythology, in every culture that ever produced maps and sailors and explorers, there exists a concept of an edge, a place beyond which the known world ends, and something else begins. The ancient Greeks called it Oceanus, the great river that encircled all land. Norse mythology spoke of Jormungandr, the world serpent that coiled around the known realm. Medieval cartographers wrote at the edges of their maps, "Here be dragons." Terra Infinita. Theorists ask, what if those weren't myths? What if those ancient cartographers knew something? What if the edge was never nothing, but always something? And what if Antarctica, the most forbidden, most restricted, most mysterious place on Earth, is the only way through? Consider this. Antarctica has no indigenous population, no natural resources that any nation urgently needs, no strategic military value by conventional logic. Yet it is patrolled. It is monitored. It is the only continent on Earth where you cannot simply go. Operation Highjump, 1946. The United States Navy sent 4,700 military personnel, 13 ships, and 33 aircraft to Antarctica. The official mission? Training for cold weather operations and establishing a scientific base. The expedition was planned for 8 months. It lasted 8 weeks. It was abruptly canceled. No full explanation was ever given. 4,700 soldiers, 13 ships, 8 weeks. Then silence. Something stopped them, and no official record has ever fully explained what. Open Google Earth, find Antarctica, and notice something interesting. While every other continent in the world is mapped in extraordinary detail, mountains, valleys, individual buildings, Antarctica's interior is largely featureless, blank, smooth, almost as if the map itself doesn't want to show you what's there. Now, that might have a completely mundane explanation, but within the framework of Terra Infinita, that blank space isn't absence of information. It's a door that no one wants you to open. There's a reason this idea won't let go of you. It's not just about Antarctica. It's not just about maps. It's about a feeling every human being has had at some point in their life. The feeling that the world is bigger than they're telling you. Every great Ghibli film ever made is built on this feeling. The reason those stories move us isn't fantasy. It's memory. It's the part of us that refuses to believe the world fits neatly into the box we were handed. Terra Infinita speaks to that part. The cartographer's soul, the explorer's instinct. The child who pressed their face to the window and wondered, what's on the other side of the horizon? We want to be absolutely clear about something. Terra Infinita Files is not here to tell you what to believe. We're not your textbook. We're not your government. We're not your search engine. What we are here to do is ask you a question that no one in mainstream media will ask. How do you know what you know? And who decided what you'd be allowed to find out? That's the real Terra Infinita, not just a map, a mindset, a refusal to accept a horizon drawn by someone else's hand. And this is only the beginning. Because if Terra Infinita is real, the implications reach further than any map could show. What ancient civilizations might have sailed beyond the ice and found what lies on the other side? Why do accounts of explorers who reached extreme southern latitudes describe a light that never fully sets? What classified documents from Antarctic expeditions have been sealed? And why are their declassification dates set for 100 years from now? Every answer we uncover opens 3 more questions. That's the nature of the infinite, and that's why we're only just getting started. You've taken the first step through the threshold. Most people never even reach the ice wall. You did, and nothing looks quite the same from here. If you want to keep going deeper, subscribe to Terra Infinita Files right now. Every week we peel back another layer. Every video, the horizon moves further out. Hit subscribe. Ring that bell. And join thousands of explorers who refuse to accept a flat answer for an infinite world. Drop a comment below with one word that describes how Terra Infinita makes you feel. Curious? Unsettled? Alive? Let's map this together. Next time on Terra Infinita Files, we go deeper into the cartographic evidence, the maps that show landmasses that officially don't exist, the Piri Reis map, the Orontes Phineas map, documents drawn centuries before any modern expedition reached Antarctica, documents that show things that shouldn't be there. The world is either exactly the size they told you it was, or it is something else entirely. The only way to find out is to keep moving toward the edge. Yap, see you in the next video.